On today's video, I want to explain to you and actually sell you the idea that you as a designer need to learn how to write because, well, at the end of the day, it's going to help you make more money. So stay tuned. Hey everybody, what is up? My name is Ron Salo. Welcome back to Flux, where we're talking about web design in general, and freelancing. And today I want to talk about not actually about design or freelancing, but about writing and why I think writing is the way for you to grow, bring more value to your clients and more value to yourself at the end of the day. Now, if you've been following along, you can actually see that the first ever video on this channel like 5 years ago is called the Full Stack Manifesto, where basically I say that in my point of view, if you as a designer learn more skills than just the core craft of design, you can bring way more value to your clients and therefore be paid more. But today, and I've been talking about this in so many different ways. I always talk about that you as a designer, if you learn Webflow, for example, you can make more money because now you can develop website for your clients and you can charge for that. And today I want to talk about, I've also mentioned, by the way, photography. I do photography for my clients. Today, let's talk about why writing is so important. And it basically comes down to two reasons. As I've mentioned before, both these reasons are going to make you more money. So reason number one is you're going to have another actual package or skill that you can actually sell to your clients, because when you'll write, when you build any website for your clients, somebody needs to write these texts. Now, there's basically three possibilities for that. Number one is what I think most early or junior designer expect to happen, and that is the clients will write the text. They'll just send the text to me, the designer, and I'll design them. This is, sometimes it happens, but most time this fails because number one, the client itself doesn't know how to write. Number two, they don't have the time to do this, and they're just fully confused. The second option is you can hire a writer, so you can outsource the writing part to a content writer. And I actually, to be honest, I sometimes do this if the scale of the writing is so big that it would just take me so much time to do it myself. I would hire somebody else to do the writing and I would collaborate with them, and together with the client we'll work in kind of a trio to create the content for the website. And option number three is I would write the text myself for the client. And for probably over 80% of the project that I do with my clients, I end up writing the text myself because I work together with the clients. I understand what they need. And when I write the text and I have access to change it, it helps me design better and faster, right? It's all up to me. I can do this while I'm designing, and it will all look up exactly like I want. I'm a designer. I know what each section needs to tell as part of the story that I'm trying to convey with the website. And so I'm writing this. Now, because I've explained all these three options to my client, I basically tell them, well, if you're going to do this, it's going to cost you your time, which is very expensive. If we're going to outsource to somebody else, we're going to have to pay them. If I do this, we're going to be able to do this faster, and I'm going to charge you somewhat like we would outsource, but we can work faster because we don't have to manage another person, right? So I don't have to charge you for the management of the writer in this process. So I still charge for this as a service to my clients. It makes my life easy. It makes me more money. It provides a lot of value to my clients because I know how to write, and we'll talk about learning how to write in a second. But so this is the first reason. The first reason is I have another skill that I actually sell and makes my projects more expensive and more valuable. And it's actually kind of a cutting edge because most designers don't know how to do this. So working with them will be more complicated or hard for the clients. While working with me, I can provide kind of a full service to my clients, which gives me an advantage over working with other designers. So reason number one is this, providing more value to your clients. Reason number two is you're going to have easier time selling yourself to clients because obviously they're going to visit your website. And if you know how to write, then you're going to write really good copy on your website because you're going to understand marketing and sales using copywriting. And at the end of the day, selling on websites in general, also selling, on advertising in generally, is all about the words, using words or using copywriting as we call it. This is how you educate people. This is how you convince people. You do this using words. So if you know how to write these words on your own website, you're going to have way easier time explaining to your clients on your own website why they should be working with you. Therefore, you have more clients converting into paying customers because they want to work with you. So your sales capabilities on your website and your website is going to be so much more impactful. So those are basically the two reasons. Now let's talk about how I personally learned how to write and how I recommend you learn how to write. So the way I got into writing was first, I just used to have a blog, right? I wanted to share my opinions. My first initial blog, like probably 10 years ago, was a Hebrew, written in Hebrew for the local audience of designers and clients. I'm based in Israel, so here in Israel, and I just used to write a weekly blog post. They used to suck at the beginning, but after doing this consistently for like 3 years, I got better writing because, when you do things, initially you suck like everything in life, but then you see other references, you see what's better, what's not working, and then you slowly improve. Now, that was kind of more like I would say learning how to write content in general, like convey my ideas in writing. But then I got into learning a little bit more marketing and so there's a difference between content writing, which is more like a blog, educational content, and copywriting. Copy versus content is more focused on selling. So learning how to sell using text is a little bit of a different skill, I would say. They're both writing, but one of them is, again, more focused on selling versus the other one more kind of like educating. And for that, I read actually a lot of marketing books and read a lot online and took courses to learn how to write to sell. But that was also very, very meaningful for both my client work and my own project that I wanted to sell online, obviously. Now, my recommendations for you is, first of all, just start writing, right? And you can write content on your own website. You can write content on social media. Today, Instagram is kind of like, a blog, right? The captions and the carousels are a lot has to do a lot with writing. So you can just start experimenting and just creating, right? It won't be amazing at first, but like most things in life, you'll do this over and over again and you'll progress. If you want to fast track your success, in a few days from now, on August the 20th, there's going to be a workshop done by my friend Danbeeshin. You might have seen, I've kind of reviewed her website, her portfolio website a while ago, and she just had amazing copy on her website. So after I reviewed this, she got so much traction and so much people going to her and asking her to teach them actually how to write copy for their own website. So she actually is hosting a workshop in a few days, and you can find the link to this in the bottom below. She actually has her own process, how she interviews her client in order to write copy, the whole content for their website. And obviously she's charging for that. So if you want to learn that exact process on how to interview your client so you can write the content on your own website and get charged for that, make sure to click the website. If the date is already passed, I don't know if this is going to be recorded or something, but check the link anyway. I hope that you found this helpful. I really, really encourage you to pick up writing and give this a try. This is a tool and a skill that you will not be sorry for having, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.